Welcome, electronic video guests, to the outer limits of the trading card hobby TTM. Through the mail, we seek to have the famous and the infamous sign the trading cards and photographs we send to them through the mail. Today we have six such specimens to examine. 6 trading card autograph request return specimens to examine. And we will be examining these specimens in minute detail. So if you like seeing envelopes being cut open, you come to the right place. Sit back, relax, get ready to enjoy the fun. Presented to you from the worldwide YouTube video airfill. That is correct. Electronic video guests. We're in for a early Friday evening TTM special. Getting ready for our weekend. How about that? Hopefully you completed another week of work. You fulfilled your obligation to society. You fulfilled your obligation as a subject in the capitalist system. You labored for the benefit of others, and hopefully on your way out the door today, your superiors gave you a hearty slap on the back. And we are going to celebrate our weekend with some TTMs. We're going to give away some cards. We're going to try one more time to give away some cards. This time we got something new to give away. How about this? We don't do these too often. Well, some soccer cards. Let's do something different. We got us a 25 card value pack of Donruss Soccer. I believe, what year is this? Does it say? I think it's 2024. Does it even say? I guess it's 2024. We'll open it up and see. Look at that. Look for exclusive diamond and pink diamond parallels. We're going to be looking for the pink stuff. Once again, here we go. Donruss Soccer. How about that? Let's look at some soccer. I don't know a lot about soccer. I do like looking at the logos of all these foreign clubs. Very interesting. But anyway, we got to get started. TTMs. Let's get going. Where's our first TTM going to come to us from? New York, New York. The most important city in the universe. Man, oh man, it is always a privilege just to hold an envelope postmarked New York, New York, knowing it came from the center of human activity in this universe. It's a shame even to cut it open and damage such a relic and a keepsake. But let's see who we got. TTM number 1 from New York City. Oh, look at this. We got one of our custom art cards signed on the back. Look at that. Beautiful signature. And look at this card. Man, oh man. Paul Schrader. Boy, that is a nice looking card I designed. I got to give myself credit from this. Is probably I'd say my favorite movie he directed. Not my favorite movie he wrote, but for writing and directing. Oh, he had some gems. I'll tell you what, that's a tough call. But Paul Schrader, look at that signature. 79 years old. Legendary American screenwriter and director. Known for his intense, character-driven films, he rose to prominence by writing, you all know this one, Taxi Driver. That's right, he was the screenwriter for Taxi Driver. He later also wrote Raging Bull for Martin Scorsese and The Last Temptation of Christ. As a director, his works include this one here and Blue Collar. That is another great one of his, along with Affliction and First Reformed. His film often explored themes of guilt, isolation, and redemption. His Calvinist upbringing deeply shaped his cinematic vision, making him a vital voice in American cinema. If you haven't seen this movie, you ought to watch it. I believe you can see it for free on Tubi. What a great movie this one is. Great performance here from Miss Susan Hubley and George C. Scott does a fine job too. Beautiful signature from Paul Schrader, American cinema legend. Thank you, sir. That's a great way to start. All right, TTM number 2 coming to us. San Bernardino, California. Let's see what we got from San Bernardino. Oh, we got a sweet vintage Topps football card signed by Cincinnati Bengals legend Isaac Curtis. Beautiful signature, isn't he? 74 years old. This is his 1974 Topps rookie card. Isaac was a sprint champion at San Diego State. Yes, sir. He was a great track star. In addition to playing football at Cal and San Diego State, the Bengals' first-round pick in 1973, he had a very good 12-year career with them, one of the NFL's best deep threats. Four-time Pro Bowler, finished his career with 416 catches for 7,101 yards at 17.1 yards per catch with 53 touchdowns. Isaac Curtis, thank you, sir. Boy, that came out great, didn't it? Beautiful. He's got that 1970s hairdo, too, doesn't he? Outstanding. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. All right, this next one feels a little thick or stiff. I hope that's not I don't think it'd be a price list, but what is that, like a cardboard or something in there? This is coming to us from one of the richest cities in America, West Palm Beach, Florida. You got to have a lot of money to live down there. The streets are literally paved with gold. West Palm Beach. All right, let's see what we got from West Palm Beach. Well, look. Oh, look at this. He put them in a card. Was there two in there? I didn't send two. Yeah, there's two. And he put them in a card protector. Very polite. Bob Nystrom. Well, look at this. I sent him. Which one did I send to? Yeah, I sent him this one here. I sent him to 7778. And he included this one, which is a 78-79. How about that? Bob Nystrom sent me an extra. Two great old Topps hockey cards. And he put them in that protector. Very nice. 72 years old, Bob Nystrom. Played for the Islanders from 1972 to 1986. Best remembered for scoring the Stanley Cup winning goal at the 7-minute, 11-second mark of overtime during Game 6 of the 1980 Stanley Cup Finals. This was the first of 4 straight Stanley Cup champions for those legendary Islanders teams. He was also among the last NHL players not to wear a helmet, as you can see here. Bob Nystrom, how about that? Boy, these cards came out great. You know what? He was so generous in sending me an extra card. What's this? Bob and his wife vacation in Las Vegas after the 75-76 season. How about that? Very interesting, all right. Anything on here? No. Well, how about that? He sent two very kindly. Why don't I offer one of these? Why don't I offer the one he sent? the 78-79. Throw that in with the soccer. You take this and pick 3 out of the soccer cards in our card giveaway. Bob Nystrom, thank you. Really beautiful. It's a great signature. Thank you so much. And so courteous. He had his own card protector and sent him back. Thank you, Mr. Nystrom. Boy, that is a great thing. Beautiful. This one feels a little thick, too. This one's coming to us from Chattanooga, Tennessee. We don't often get money from Chattanooga. Who did I send down to Chattanooga, Tennessee? I don't remember. Oh, that's our note all folded up. That's why it felt so. Is that our note or just a letter? That's just a nice letter from one of our custom art cards. I guess we got us another celebrity non-athlete. Let's see who signed it and who put in that nice little piece of paper. Oh, look at that beautiful signature. That is sweet. Look at Jill Wagner. That is a nice looking signature. Jill Wagner, 46 years old. Began her career with MTV's Punk'd back in 2003. She also modeled and had roles in Blade the series. And, of course, I think she's best known for this movie, Splinter. Although, if you watch current TV, she's probably actually better known. She's in this show. I don't really like it, but a lot of people do. One of those Taylor Sheridan shows called Special Ops Lioness. She's in that. I think she's also an executive producer. She plays somebody named Bobby. I'm not really into that. I don't like that show. A little too rainbowy for me, if you know what I mean. But hey, a lot of people do like the show. But fine actress. I liked her in Splinter. She was also a host as ABC's Wipeout. So she's done a lot of stuff in her entertainment career. Jill Wagner. And that came out beautiful, didn't it? And then she sent us a little letter or something, folded a piece of paper. Jeff, thank you for such a kind and thoughtful letter. Made my day. And then she signed it. Well, you made my day sending this card back. I really appreciate that. That came out nice. Jill Wagner, look at that. That is a beauty. All right, we got to take a break here. I almost forgot. We got one of our corporate sponsors come back. We're finally going to make a little money on these videos. We haven't had a sponsor in quite a while. It's not a new sponsor, but a returning sponsor. We're going to be very glad to hear from the folks at Bernard once again. You know, this world is spinning wildly out of control. We may even possibly be heading towards what some people call the end times. We got wars and rumors of wars, fires, floods. It's seemed like a black cloud hanging over the entire world. A black cloud and the ghost of Jeffrey Epstein. But let's be serious here. What's the one thing you're going to absolutely have to have if you want to survive the turbulent days to come? Think about it a minute. Do you know the answer? That's right, water. The most basic human need, and it's about to become the world's most targeted commodity. Every military in the world is working on cyber weapons as well as conventional weapons to target their enemies' water supplies. In the recent Israel-Iran war, we saw Israel target water mains in Tehran. This is just the beginning. What are you going to do if your local water supply is cut off? We got the answer right here from the great folks at Bernard. Look at that. Bernard, America's #1 choice for dehydrated water. Well, what are you going to do? You gonna wander around in the coming wilderness, having to drink your own urine? Or do you want to relax and take it easy and just bust open a can of Bernard dehydrated water? I think that's what you call a no-brainer. Bernard, for the freshest, purest drinking experience. Bernard, a literal life-saving beverage for the end of days. How about that? And you know, Bernard dehydrated water is available at your nearest Omega Mart. In fact, I'm going to have I got a little cup of Bernard right here. I'm going to wet my whistle with some of that beautiful, fresh, pure, dehydrated water. Oh man, that tastes good. Nothing like Bernard. All right, we got a couple TTMs left, and we can get to our cards. Now this one here coming from Nash Vegas is really thick. I don't know what they feel like. They almost put like a mini sponge in there. Nash Vegas, how about that? That is one of the craziest towns in the USA. Nash Vegas. What do we got from Nash Vegas? Man, this thing is thick. What do we got in this thing? Whatever it is all... Well, there's our card, and this stuff... We got a magnet and a folded up letter. Look at that. Look at that Cincinnati. I guess is that Cincinnati's helmet? Well, here's our card. Well, look at that signature. Gunnar Cannell. Gunnar Keel. What am I talking about? Gunnar Keel. He tried to sign it. Look at that. The card is it's not a pure cardboard. It's got a thin, glossy coating on it. I tried to get it all white, but he used an ink pen, and maybe wasn't the best ink pen. He tried to, he tried to get some ink on there. That's one of the worst autographs. That reminds me. I wonder if I can find that other card. Reminds me of when Zach Taylor tried to sign a card for me. Let me put this here for a second and see if I can find that Zach Taylor card. The Zach Taylor might be the worst autograph card I ever received. Let me go through here and see if I got that Zach Taylor. Yeah, here it is. Look at this. The same problem. He tried to use an ink pen. This card wasn't even really glossy, but he tried to use an ink pen on there, and you can barely see it, Zach Taylor. But we got this Gunnar Keel. How about that? Hey, he put a magnet in there. He put in a refrigerator magnet. Is that Cincinnati's helmet? I'm not even sure. But a Gunnar Keel. How about that? 32 years old. This is his 2017 Panini's Classic rookie card. He was the #1 high school quarterback in 2011 out of Columbus, Indiana. And man, he had a tough time trying to figure out what school to go to. First he committed to Indiana, then LSU, then Notre Dame. Never played for Notre Dame. Transferred after his freshman year to Cincinnati. Threw 6 TD passes his first game. He had a decent first season there. Then an up and down final 2 years battling injuries. He went injuries. He was undrafted. Former hotshot high school quarterback Gunnar Keel. Thanks at least for trying to sign that card with that little ballpoint pen. Gunnar Keel. And then besides this magnet, look at this. Well, we got us a nice letter from Gunnar Keel. Hi, Jeff. Thank you for the kind letter. It means the world to me. You sent this. Does that say lieutenant? Oh, that said lieutenant for a second. Cincinnati will always be home to me. The games were fun, but playing for the fans and the community will always Always be the memories I will remember. Thank you for being such a passionate, loving Bearcat. Well, I'm not a Bearcat, but I guess he thinks I am. I'm a Wolverine, a Michigan Wolverine. Your friend Gunnar Keel. And there's a better autograph right there. Gunnar Keel. You know that I think that's like a thin flare of Sharpie. Too bad he didn't use that on the card, but hey, I appreciate it. Gunnar Keel, thank you so much, sir. Really appreciate it. Great note. Tried to sign the card and got me a refrigerator magnet. Is that Cincinnati's helmet? I don't even know what helmet that is. Maybe it's just a generic football helmet. All right, outstanding. We got one TTM left. Another one from New York, 2 in one day, from the universe capital. Man, oh man, I am blessed. Let's see what we got. From New York City, we got another custom art card. Gotta be a non-athlete celebrity. Who we got this time? Was it signed? Oh, look at that. Oh, this is one of my favorites. You might not have heard of this young lady, Emily Swallow. I only know her. She had a recurring role in one of my favorite shows, Supernatural. And God bless her, she signed my custom art card, my Supernatural. She played, she had two names, the same character basically. Amara, also known as the Darkness. If you remember, if you watch Supernatural, if you're a Supernatural fan, you know who she is. 46 years old. She started out in Broadway and off-Broadway. On TV, she played in a show called The Mentalist. I had never seen it. And I guess she's also in some of these sci-fi Star Wars type shows. I was looking her up, see what she's currently doing. The Mandalorian and the Book of Boba Fett or something. I'm not a Star Wars person, but maybe you've seen her on those shows. I don't know. But like I said, I'll always remember her from her role as Amara and the Darkness on Supernatural. And that came out beautiful. That is a great autograph. Thank you so much. 46 years old, Emily Swallow. And we're not even going to joke about her name. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that. That is fantastic. All right, we looked at our cards. We're going to throw in a Bob Nystrom too. So that along with a pick 3. Let's look at some soccer cards. This is world football, not American football. Do I know that guy? No. Never heard of him. Of course, I heard of Messi. Holland, I have heard of. Not heard of him or him. But I've also heard of Mbappe and De Bruyne and a few others. We'll see how many of these guys I've actually heard of. I only watch soccer during World Cup. I do love the World Cup, a great event. But that's really the only time I pay attention. If they've been in the World Cup, I've probably heard of them. All right, card number 1. Gianluigi Donnarumma. That's an Italian name for sure. He looks like a goalie. Look at that. All right. Gianluigi. All right. We got some Italian soccer fans. He might be their favorite goalie. Who's up here? John Stones. That sounds like a real Englishman's name. How about that? Look at that. That's a logo there. I like these soccer logos. These cards aren't as nice as the top soccer cards, though. Julian Ryerson from Norway. Look at that. Julian Ryerson, Norway. I wonder if these are all like national cards. It just says the nation on it, not the actual club they play in their leagues. I think that's what these are. Well, that's kind of cool. National cards. Here's Nicolas Otamendi from Argentina. Yeah, these must just be national cards. There's the national Argentina club card, I guess. Very nice. Federico Chiesa. Is that the guy on the cover? Chiesa? He must be a good player. He's on the cover. Maybe so, I never heard of him. He's an Italian. Maybe some of you spaghetti eaters might like to have one of his cards. I guess he's a famous player. Federico is probably Chiesa, I'm guessing. He's a speedy dribbler. All right. A speedy dribbler. Jules Koundé from France. He's also speedy. Okay. I love these soccer cards. Mallory Swanson. Is that a girl? Could be, I guess. She's got a what do you call it, a ponytail or a bun or something in the back. Is that a Mallory Swanson, USA? Oh, it is a lady. Oh my goodness. 4 stars by the US. You know what? I was kind of half joking, but I guess that is a lady. Okay, well, maybe we got some USA soccer fans who would like, I guess that's a girl. All right. Okay, let's keep going. Victor Osimhen from Nigeria. Look at that face. He's got all. Is that a paint on there, or like we had a broken nose, or he's a superhero? What is that? Some kind of superhero mask? You tell me. Nigeria Football Federation. All right. These cards are wild, aren't they? Ivan Ilic from Serbia. Got some nice tattoos on that arm, doesn't he? Upside down. Dropped it. David Raum from Germany. Well, he got tattoos all over his arms and legs. Yep. Really haven't heard of too many of these guys. Federico Valverde. Wonder if he's related to Jose Valverde from Uruguay. That's a nice logo. All right, what we got next? Oh, we got a Messi. Lionel Messi from Argentina. Everybody knows this guy. Lionel Messi. Well, I have heard of Messi, but we'll put that one up for grabs. Somebody might like that Messi card. Looks like when I dropped it, I just bent the corner. Sorry. All right. Who's next here? Nicolo Fagioli. Well, how about that? That's an interesting name. He's also from Italy. Nicolo Fagioli. All right. Very good. These names are wild, too. Here's somebody from England named Adam Wharton. All right. Falarin Balogun of the USA. Never heard of him. I don't know. Is there even a good American soccer player? Never heard of this guy. Oh, here's a kind of a chrome optic card. Optic. Oh, too bad it's an American. Joe Scally. He ain't no good. I already know if he's from the USA, he ain't no good. That's too bad. Hey, here's an optic. Nico Schlotterbeck. That is a good German name, Schlotterbeck. Wonder if he's a good player. Anybody heard of Nico Schlotterbeck? We got one more optic. João Palhinha from Portugal. That name sounds vaguely familiar. Did I see him in the last World Cup? Palhinha. Sounds vaguely familiar. And then we got like a cracked ice optic of the guy from Argentina again, Otamendi. I don't think he's one of the big names, though, unfortunately. I could be wrong, though. All right, what else we got here? Another Adam Warden. Oh, we got one big name and I damaged the corner. Osume Dembele. Zero gravity. Oh, you know what? This corner's messed up. They must have come. The whole pack's got. It wasn't just. I didn't damage it myself dropping it. We got some damaged cards in the pack. The rest of these are all dinged up in the corner. That's too bad. Dembele. I think he's one of the better players, isn't he? Yeah, Dembele. That's a nice card. Alright. Christian Oliveira. See, these all got banged up in the corner. That's like one of those what do you call them? Gridiron Kings? Or I guess these would be a soccer pitch Kings, I guess. Rookie King. Oh, that's a rookie card. Rookie Kings. Christian Oliveira. I don't know if he's a good rookie. Somebody might like it. Crunch time. Lautaro Martinez. Where's he from? Argentina? Oh, yeah. Lautaro Martinez from Argentina. Crunch time card. Alright, we got 2 cards left. Maximilian Beer from Germany. That's a good German name. And our last card. Richard Rios from Colombia. Never heard of him. Well, we only got one big name that I know of. Messi. That's up for grabs. If we got any soccer fans and you want to pick 3 of those to go along with the Bob Nystrom, or maybe you just want the Nystrom, how are you going to win these? How are you? Maybe somebody wants that Luigi from Italy guy. How are you going to win these cards? What's the contest? A lot easier this time. Somebody will win. I'm pretty sure. Where's my contest rules? I got them here somewhere. And remember, we're adding in the Bob Nystrom card too, besides the Donruss Pick 3. All you gotta do is let us know who will win the Tigers-Rangers game July 20, 2025. Enter hashtag Tigers or hashtag Rangers by 5 p.m. Eastern Time, July 25. I believe that is the Sunday night ESPN game this week, so you can even watch it and follow the progress. Okay, that is it. Wow, we gave away cards. We got some TTMs. Also, we all once again want to thank our fine corporate sponsor, Bernard. Remember, they're America's #1 choice for dehydrated water. You're going to need that in these end times coming up here. All right, God willing, we'll be back in a few days with some more. Remember, get over to Amazon.com. You need some summer reading. Type in that author's name, Henry L. Rassico, the book title. That book will come up. You can purchase it. You have something fun to read, especially if you are a student of human nature and you wonder, sometimes we go off, we stray off the straight and narrow and we get ourselves into some trouble. Or sometimes maybe we feel like somebody has troubled us. How do we make sense of it all? Everything you need to know is right in this book. But if you are easily offended, if you're a crybaby, I wouldn't advise buying it. But if you're a big boy, a big girl, or a big tranny, you'll like this book. Go ahead and buy it. Don't be afraid to try. All right, that's it. Like I said, we'll be back in a few days with something else. God willing. Until then, remember, enjoy the rest of your life.